All right, guys. So somebody wanted me to explain my macro or my caloric breakdown for my rest days. And just to simply put it, I reduce my calories on my rest days, right? So typically on the days where I work out, I lift my weights and I do my cardio, my calories, I eat about 17 to 1800 calories, right? On like a normal day when I'm lifting my weights and when I'm doing my cardio. It can be a bit more if I'm feeling extremely hungry, right? Because the work that I do, on top of me lifting weights and doing my cardio, the work that I do, my day-to-day job, I can average from 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And then on top of that, I do my cardio and I also lift my weight. So my step count is a lot already. So I can take in more calories if I wanted to. But personally, me, I like quicker results. So, you know, I kind of keep my calories on the lower end. So on the rest days, see, you have to know what is calories, what are macros. That's essentially energy that you're putting in your body. So if you're not putting out a lot of energy, i.e. your rest days, that means that you should decrease the energy, the input of energy that you're putting into your body. That's personally what I do. So I lower my calories on my rest days. So let's just say, for example, on a normal day, when I'm lifting weights, when I'm doing my cardio, etc., etc. Let's just say my calories for that day is 1800. Right? Let's just say 1800. Now let's just say I take a rest day on the next day. My calorie intake can be at the high end of 1500 or around 1600. It all depends. Now, what macronutrient am I pulling away? That's the key. What macronutrient am I pulling away to decrease my calories, to decrease my caloric intake on the rest day? I'm pulling away from carbs. I'm pulling away from carbs because the carbs, that's your source of energy. And like I said, if you're resting, if you're sitting on your ass all day, right, you don't need that much energy into your body because you're not doing anything. You're not going to be using that energy for the day. So you don't need the extra calories. So what I do is decrease my calories. So on a rest day, if I'm just sitting down, I'm not really moving, I'm not doing anything, my calories can sit at the high end of 1500 calories to about 1600. That's where my caloric intake will be sitting at on a rest day. Now, let's just say that I'm having an active rest day, which that's what I usually do. Right? When I take a rest day, I just don't sit at home. I still go to the gym and I do cardio and abs, which that's what I suggest you do. Right? Don't just, sit at home. At least do something. Go out for a walk, go to the gym and walk on a treadmill, something. Don't just sit at home. Do something. Don't just sit at home on a rest day, right? Especially if you have that type of job to where you're just sitting down in the office all day and you're just on a computer. Do something. Still go outside and walk, even on a rest day, right? Because that's how you're gonna even expedite your fat loss. And then walking is good. That's some good exercise. That's a lost art. That's a lost trait in today's society, because you can easily just drive everywhere or you can Uber everywhere. And that's why America suffers from what it suffers from. That's why the vast majority of people are morbidly obese, right? Because they're not moving their bodies. They're not their energy output is not high at all, right? But again, let's just say I'm doing an active rest day. My calories can sit at the middle to high end of 1600 calories to about the lower end of 1700 calories. So that's normally what I do on an active rest day. Middle to high end of 1600 calories going into about 1700 calories. I say about because I don't have an exact number. I don't have an exact number. As long as I hit my protein and the fats for that day, I'm good. Now that's just how I do it, right? And I still see results. I still see the results that I want. So that's what I would normally do on a rest day. Yes, you should reduce your caloric intake on a rest day because you're not using all that energy. You're not using all that energy, so you don't need to have the extra calories for that day. So that's what you should do. So whatever your caloric intake is, decrease it on a rest day. Decrease it about 100 to 200 calories. And what I would do is pull it away from the carbs. What macronutrient I will pull that away from is the carbs. All right, because the carbs, that's where the energy source comes from. Mainly the carbs. All right. All right, guys. Ask me more questions. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.